Hey everybody, Shawn Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com. Bringing another tie-in video this week, and it's a Euro nymph this week. And it's a really simple one, and it catches fish. It's a twist on the Tungsten Torpedo. This one's called the Tungsten Missile, and it's pretty similar. Use one different material, and it catches fish and works. So have fun tying it. Try it in a couple different colors. Here you see a picture of it, a couple different colors that I like to tie it in. Watery olive, light olive, rusty brown, wood duck, and another one I would suggest trying is wine. I tie wine on the open wound fly, and that one catches me a lot of fish. Don't ask me why that maroon color catches fish, but it does. It looks a little different underwater, and I think it's more of a natural dark color, and it sticks out. So wine's a good one. Tie it in black too. Hey, it'll work. Anyways, here you go, guys. Enough talking. Let's get into tying the fly. Here it is, a picture of it, and then the material is to tie it. Okay, here you see the Tungsten Missile in the vise. This one here is in watery olive. I'm going to tie it in wood duck in the video. Like I showed you in the opening credits there was a couple of different colors I like to tie it in, and those are two of my favorites. That watery olive works great for sulfurs. The wood duck works great for everything. So for a hook, I'm using a Firehole 609. This is a size 14. And for a bead, I am using the Firehole beads in a 2.5 millimeter, and it's the sterling silver. So I'm just going to start my thread on there. This is 140 denier wood duck. I'm going to wrap it back towards the bend of the hook, and then I'm going to put my tail on. For the tail, I'm using a couple fibers of cocktail on here, and mine's medium Pardo. That's what I have, so that's what I always use. Use whatever color you have. Use Rooster. If you just have some Rooster Hackle, use Rooster. It'll work great too. You just want something a little bit stiff back there. So I want that to go a little bit shorter than the length of the body of this fly. I'm going to wrap it back to the bend of the hook, and I like to put one wrap right underneath it. It kind of holds it up and keeps it going straight off the shank of the hook there. And then I'm going to wrap back forward up towards that bead and trim my butt sections off. Now, one of the biggest mistakes fly tiers make is building up the body too big. So I want to keep my wraps to a minimum. So what I'm going to do is, my next thing is micro tubing in black from Hareline here. And I'm just going to wrap that in right in there behind that bead. Just get it wrapped in there tight with a couple wraps. And then I'm going to come in with my Brassie sized gold wire. And I'm just going to wrap that in there also right beside it. And this is going to allow me to keep my wraps to a minimum. So I'm going to tie them both in there tight. Just pull them back and wrap them side by side. Make a nice side by side wraps to cover them both up. Wrap right back to that tail. And then make nice side-by-side wraps just to make sure I have everything covered up and smooth. And you can see how just keeping a nice slim trim profile on here. Now we got that, I'm going to rib my black ribbing up here, this micro tubing. I'm going to space it out just a little bit, make nice even wraps right up to that bead and tie it off. Make about 2 or 3 wraps and one on top of it. And then I'm going to take my gold wire and right beside that midge tubing or micro tubing, I'm going to make another wrap. And it's just to help set it off a little bit. It's an easy way to do it. Gives it a little extra flash and a nice look to it. And then we're going to tie that off with 3 or 4 wraps. So you see, the main key is keeping everything nice and slim and trim. Thin for the win, as we say. Last thing I'm going to add is some chocolate brown SLF Prism. And use whatever color you like here. You use the peacock would work great too. I just like this chocolate brown. Nice flashy dark color. Go very thin on it. Get that tied back down there. There we go. And then go minimal on your wraps here because you don't want a big collar. So what I like to do is do a 3-turn whip finish and then a 2-turn whip finish. And that keeps my collar. I don't want to overdo the collar. I just want it to all blend in real nice. And there you have it. Very easy. Tungsten missile. Easy to tie. Catches fish. Okay guys, I hope you like that simple pattern. I know for years and years my theory has always been if I can tie it on a jig hook, I'm going to tie it on a jig hook. And I'm trying to change that a little bit this year. Just trying to do some different things with my tying and be a little bit more versatile with my hook selections and stuff like that. So tying this one on a regular hook, it'll fish just as well on a jig hook if you want to tie it on a jig hook. So go for it and experiment with the colors. Have different colors to match the hatch. It works great for a baetis, for an olive. If you tie it in those olive colors, that watery olive that I showed you works really well. I like that during the sulfur hatch, that watery olive. So have fun, experiment, mess around, see which colors work best for you. If you need any of the materials to tie it, like always, head over to our website at holsingersflyshop.com. And if you'd like me to tie them for you, you can send me an email at holsingersflyshop@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, everybody. I love bringing them to you. Until next week when I have another one, I'm Shawn Holsinger.